Petri dish, the Petri dish, the Petri dish.
This is
The Petri dish, the Petri dish, the Petri dish. This is the Petri dish. There's something growing in here, and it's my ever-growing lust for power. I turned Nick's microphone off because he was chewing so loud.
Having a crunchy cucumber and beans and mushrooms and scallions salad. It was pretty good.
There's beans. Jim is here. Mr. Jim Fleming, welcome back to the show.
Thanks. Last time I was here was post-nuclear Reno.
I think so.
I came completely in character.
Yeah, it was at least in my mom's house, so it was like over a year ago.
What was your character?
Himself.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Jim is a character.
Yes, he is. Just like everyone on TBS. Characters welcome. We're not sponsored by TBS. I just like stupid catchphrases. So that's been the show, guys. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see. No, let's see. We got Jim Fleming, James Fleming on the Facebook. Do you have a Twitter?
No.
No Twitter to be spoke of? Any Instagram stuff?
I'm 40 and I have a flip phone.
He has a flip phone. No Instagram at all either. Nick Jostin.
Hi.
At just Nick Jostin on the Instagram.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's at Nick
just
Jostin.
underscore Nick underscore Jostin on the Instagram. Then on Twitter, it's at Nick Jostin.
At Nick Jostin
then
on Twitter.
On Facebook, it's Nick Jostin. But if you look at the URL at the top of my page, it says Niku Josuten. From when I was in Japan, and I switched the name so people wouldn't be able to find me for like future employers and all that stuff.
Gross.
And I just wasn't ever able to change
that shit. You can't change the URL.
Nope. So yeah, and that stands for Meat Good Tempura.
Meat Good Tempura.
Yeah, Niku is meat in Japanese, and Josuten is just some good tempura.
Well, now I know the origins of the fucking URL of your Facebook.
Yeah.
Which is a beautiful story. Thank you for sharing. I'm your host, Bobby Benedict. Bobby Benedict on Facebook. At Bobby Benedict on Twitter. The Bobby Benedict on Instagram. You know how it is. I am the overlord of all that is good.
Do you have Snapchat?
I do have a Snapchat. I forgot what it is. I only talked to like 2 people on there.
I've never downloaded it. It's like I have enough.
It's a thing. It works. I'm not sending my titties anywhere, so it's not the most useful. If you ever want to send your titties anywhere, Jim, download Snapchat. You can't have it on anywhere but a phone, so you're gonna have to get a Snapchatable phone. Yeah, so that's just. Anyone got anything coming up? When this episode comes out, it will be August 27th. Oh, my sister's birthday. Happy birthday, Daisy. You don't listen to the podcast because you hate podcasts. But, Dad, tell Daisy happy birthday.
Yeah, I will. Go ahead, Jim.
I have something coming up.
Hell yeah.
It's a benefit show for Herman Cruz's kid who is suffering. Not really suffering. He's doing okay. He's dealing with it. He's battling a autoimmune disease called Chromo. The acronym is CRMO. Mm-hmm. And we are going to have a show for that September 20th. It's going to be a Friday in Bavarian World.
Bavarian World?
We've been trying to have a show in there forever. It's an amazing, amazing venue.
All right.
When people show up, there's going to be platters of wurst.
Yes.
You know what wurst is? Sausages.
Yes.
Yeah, there's going to be schnitzel.
Schnitzel.
And you can buy beers at the bar. It's really going to be fantastic.
Hell yeah. And that's 9:20, which I believe is a Friday,
it's
right?
A Friday.
Bavarian World. What time? 8 o'clock, usual kind of show times?
Really early, 7.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because their restaurant probably got to close by like 9, 10.
Yeah, okay. Really early.
That's my dad's birthday.
That's also the day everyone's going to storm Area 51. So
a lot going on the 20th.
A lot going on the 20th, but you know the best thing to do is go help a child.
Yeah. Here's the thing: the kid has insurance, but they've been having to drive back and forth to a special hospital in the South Bay, Stanford, where they specialize in things like this.
Yeah.
So even though they have insurance, there's been a lot of costs associated. So
of course,
help a brother out.
Definitely.
September 20th.
September 20th, guys,
Bavarian
Bavarian World. Show up, just go to the restaurant and find a seat at like 6:30. Just fucking figure it out. It'll be for a good cause. Eat some
And
schnitzel.
free food.
Free food.
Just show up.
Nothing's better than a free schnitzel. You know what I mean? That's what I think. That's my opinion on schnitzels and diseases, I guess.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going for. That's a good thing. That's a good thing, Jim. I like that. I like that. Good stuff. Anything else? I mean, really, that's the top dog thing right there. Anything else is gonna be second.
No, doing a roast battle.
Oh,
When's that happening?
Rockland, October 4th. That's also a Friday.
The Blacktop Comedy.
Yeah, you guys should come with me.
okay.
That's going to be a great time. Hey, room in my car.
Fuck it. Let's do it.
Okay.
Let's pack your car full. What day is it?
October 4th.
October
It's a Friday.
4th. Oh, nope. No, maybe the next week is Savage Henry. I'll get back to you.
I feel like Savage Henry's okay.
It's
all right,
maybe the
good.
week after that.
Yeah.
I may be pretending to be a Swedish police superintendent that day in a teenage vampire play.
That's right.
But if that's not going on,
I'm pretty sure I'm free that day. I'll fucking come out.
Oh,
That sounds
and I'm
dope as
going
shit.
to Bobby and Nick Act Weird.
yeah, Nick
right.
and Bobby Act Weird.
That's right.
September
6th.
8:30 p.m. $5 at the door, and if you
I've got
bring
my
in one of those flyers, it's also $5 at the
Still
door.
$5.
I have a flyer.
You found one?
Well, I found it on the way in
Oh
here.
yeah. There's. I printed up way too many flyers.
I'll start handing. I haven't handed out shit, so I'll start actually.
I was
I'll go tonight
I
and
was gonna take him
stickers.
to how about that show? I was gonna take him to the university, but I'm not sure if classes have started there yet or not.
They have.
They have. All right. Maybe we'll get some university kids out. Yeah, it's going to be a fun show. I'm looking forward to it. It's we got some crazy new stuff coming out.
Yeah, and if I mean, like, not to give too much away, but I have the at least all the demoed parts of the Latin dance remix of Spooky Hoedown. Got them all put together. I've got the story fleshed out. I just got to add the little auxiliary pieces and figure out what the dance is going to be, which is going to be the toughest part because I don't know if I want it to be slightly legitimate or completely stupid. Either way, I'm going to be having to do that bit for at least 3 minutes. So,
Robot Walt Disney.
he's coming back.
Yeah.
He's coming
back. He's coming back.
Oh my
He's
Yeah,
coming back.
there's some
That's
some
worth the price
classics
of a
and favorites
ticket.
are coming back, and
Yeah.
some new people as well. It's going to be fun. I'm uploading Dick Aiken's first YouTube video to YouTube. So I'm actually like 2 years later. I'm actually making the YouTube.
Finally
series.
starting it up. It's okay. That's how long it would take Dick Aiken to actually figure out how to get things on YouTube.
Also, another show coming up on September 30th. No, August 30th, next Friday, or this Friday when the podcast comes
drops.
out, at the Basement. It's kind of on West Elm, over by Pioneer Underground. Just go into the basement, and there's going to be a show there at 8 o'clock.
Right
with
next to the river.
a bunch of people. It'll be fun. And also, when this thing comes out, I will just be getting back from performing at Cobb's Comedy Club in San Francisco for the very first time.
Did you bomb?
And I did amazing, and I'm moving there because they want me to start hosting every single night.
No way.
I'm imagining that's what's going to happen. Well, it's probably going to happen.
good to have dreams.
I'm going to go there, I'll do my 8 minutes, and then I'll just come back and go to work the next morning. And life will go on much as it always does after
Hell
I do
yeah.
a set. But yeah, it's my first time out there, and I'm super excited. Like, I've done open mics out in San Francisco, but I've never done like an actual comedy club. So it's gonna be neat. I'm looking forward to it.
Did you get that by dint of doing really good on your show at the Pioneer Underground?
Yeah, the
Shauna Schaefer?
yeah,
Okay, cool.
yeah. So yeah, we've been in contact and trying to work out a time when I can go out there, and finally I'm able to go out there and do a show. So it's gonna
Hell
be nice.
yeah.
Looking forward to it.
I haven't been doing any booked shows. I just been showing up to shows, and people are like, "Want to hop on?" So I mean, that's dope. I got to do the Jungle last week. Gonna get to do the Brandy Posey show this
Yeah, you
week.
did last Thursday.
Yeah, and so like I'm just the ghost of good comedy. I show up, things happen. You know how it goes. I haven't been doing the best because I haven't been practicing enough. But guys, I'm funny. Book me for something, for the love of fucking God.
Oh, and I'm doing this Friday at the Reno Improv.
Hell yeah.
August 23rd.
Dead Panda.
Oh, it's already passed when this podcast comes out.
Oh, snap.
Yeah.
Go,
God,
go
I
back in
killed
time.
it. I killed
You killed it.
So yeah, I think the fourth Friday of every month they have the Dead Panda.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of Dead Panda stuff, R.I.P. Imbibe. Sorry, Dylan. That they pulled the rug
fell
out from
through.
under him.
I was booked on that.
They just fucking pulled the plug, which fucking blows. But like,
Yeah.
again, that's the shit that happens around Reno. They give you like 3 months, and then they're like, we're going to go another direction. Then fucking trivia or some shit takes over. And it's like, fuck you, all right? You didn't give us any time to build anything.
Yeah, or much support.
Yeah, or, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's how it goes. At least we got the one time that we put on luchador masks and thumb wrestled. So we'll always have that moment, and I will remember it fondly.
One of the guys who showed up to like every single show started working with me recently.
Sweet.
I haven't really talked to him yet. Just every now and again, he smiles and waves at me, like, "Yeah, I know who you are. We know who both of us are. Let's not."
Yeah,
do this.
don't say it out
Let's
loud.
not do this at work.
Don't speak. I know just what you're thinking.
And then after all that, I don't have any.
Oh, speaking of shit that's also canceled, I know I said I was playing in Caliente, Nevada on the 20th of
That's
next
what
month.
happened?
Fell through. They canceled, and instead the council decided to hire a shitty cover band instead of us. So that was great news.
Shitty cover band and trivia night are the great
Yeah, they just come in
enemies
and
of stand-up comedy.
just come in and fuck me. Oh, this wasn't even for comedy. This was for my band. So it was just like they just didn't want original music.
Stand-up comedy is kind of like a Fabergé egg.
Yeah.
It's like, as long as no one breathes on it or touches it or nudges it, we're fine. But if, like, there's a
Anything
football
happens.
game playing on the TV next to us, we're done.
Yeah, there's so many ways to destroy
There's
comedy night.
1,000 ways to destroy it.
Yeah, isn't it Todd Glass that everywhere he goes to, he kind of critiques the venue and kind of
Yep.
gives them advice on how to make things better. Like, this is what you need to have an actual good comedy show, a good venue and everything, and just kind of trying to make things better for comedians everywhere.
Yep.
Oh, God, I did an Indian casino where the Sunday night or Saturday night football game, it was during the playoffs. The game was being shown on both sides of the stage.
Fuck off.
So they were technically looking at the stage. They just weren't really paying attention.
Yeah. Oh, God.
I was never happier than when they removed the TV from the stage at the Nugget.
Yeah.
And then they stopped having any of us host there. So
Have you guys ever done Winnemucca?
Yeah,
I
winners.
So you're competing against Larry Lobster Mania
good.
just beyond the mic.
Yeah.
Hey, reel it in.
Yeah, there's like
you caught a big
no-
one. Is that how lobster catching works?
Yeah.
Reel it in.
Yeah.
Catching individual lobsters with a pole. That's how that works.
So
At the
loud.
bottom of the sea.
God damn.
Deep sea fishing.
I just need to start calling random bars in the middle of nowhere and being like, "Let me do comedy," because I fucking don't care anymore.
No, right now I'm just kind of comedy's not doing it for me. Stand-up comedy's not really doing it for
Yeah.
me. So I'm just doing like improv and starting to get back into theater and doing a lot more writing. Like today, I thought of a third novel idea that I started. Now I'm trying to
Jesus
write
Christ.
three different books at the same time,
Hey,
and
you know.
I'm an idiot. I'm not going to finish any of them.
Nah, I think I'm just going to focus on my script writing some more. Say fuck it to stand up for a while and just, work on just having fun with myself. Because boy, is comedy really draining when you want to do literally anything else.
Wasn't that one of Gary Goldman's tips? Is like, it's okay to walk away for a while, and then once you refresh, come back again, and it'll be fun again, and you'll have all these new different experiences to bring to the stage.
Yeah.
It's not, it doesn't do anyone any favors to just keep hacking away at it and just fucking hating it. Just go back, relax a little bit.
Although I do
Collect
like showing
yourselves.
up to the library and just being like, "What up, everyone that I don't recognize? Guess what? I'm still funny. All right, bye. See you later in another month."
Yeah.
It's nice to just go in there and just like flex for a second, be like, "Yeah, I have been doing this, and I don't always suck. See you later." But I mean, that's useless to anyone but my own ego. So like, I really got to fucking not do that as much. Quit wasting time and actually sit around writing stupid Latin dance remixes of songs no one cares about. God, this song is going to be so stupid. I'm so excited for it. I'm rapping.
In Spanish.
I'm not rapping in Spanish. I tried the Spanish rapping, and I was like, I can't make the words come out fast enough. So instead, I just like sing parts in Spanish, and then I just rap in English.
Nice.
And then
It's going to be funny, though.
Yeah, it's we'll see. I can't gauge any. I'm too close to it at this point. I'm just going to have to edit it to sound good and then just put it out into the world.
107.7.
Are you going to test it out at any of the mics or anything before?
God, no. Why would I? Because it's already September 6th.
Yeah.
So if I have to test it out at any of the mics, it's going to be even earlier than that. I'm doing a weird Halloween bit in Spanish.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Maybe I have to. I'll just show up the Wednesday before the show as the spooky envoy and just really fuck myself. Just go right on in and fuck my own butt on stage. I wonder if I fit in the skin-tight suit as well as I did before. I feel like I should. I feel like I probably will. I'll fit in it better. You know, my pants fit in these clothes. It feels nice. Me and Nick. You know what? We're going to transition. Nick's going to go shit out at least 10 bricks. We're going to update. Weight loss update. Nick and I are still in the throes of that.
I want Nick to be a late night music DJ where he introduces like the screwing jams, like here's Sade, Sweetest Taboo,
Sunday night slow jam.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, there's an actual radio show called Sunday Night Slow Jams.
Get next to some girl you want to grind with. There we go.
Politely ask her if it's okay to smooch her on the cheek.
He's asking permission.
Consent. Always sexy.
If there's one thing I learned from Star Trek, nothing sexier than consent. That's what I firmly believe. Ladies.
So we're talking about a weight loss update?
Yeah, weight loss update.
Fuck you guys.
Every time, this is why I don't like going to the doctor. I went to the doctor a few days ago.
And the doctor said, no more monkeys jump on them. Okay,
that was the first diagnosis, yes. No more monkeys on the jumping on the bed. And I ended up 2 inches shorter and 10 pounds heavier than I usually am. So officially, I think I'm only 6'6.5", guys.
Did you lose that vertebrae?
I think I might have lost the vertebrae that was making me taller.
You look okay. Are you wearing the same size shirts?
I'm wearing the same size shirts. Well, no, because this is a wardrobe I bought earlier this year, and even now it's like too big. It's big. It's like billowy on me, and this is a 2X tall. So I think I'm officially like I bought an XL tall, and I fit into those fine. So like. By all accounts, physically and like clothing wise, I'm doing better. But I went to the doctor. They're like, "Well, you're still morbidly obese, and you got to lose more weight." I was like, "Man, fuck off for just a second. You haven't seen where I've come from. I've come so far."
Oh, last time I was in a doctor's office, I'm not doing a bit. I promise you. I hate when people fucking do bits. Last time I was in a doctor's office, an alarm went off.
Jesus Christ.
Because my blood pressure was over 200.
Oh, my God.
And the chick was like, should I do something about this?
Make you lay on the ground and...
Yeah.
Fuck, man.
Should attach some leeches.
I'm not allowed to give blood at Griffles anymore.
Will it just like shoot out? Your blood pressure is so high? Is that
like a super soaker of blood?
It's just like pancake syrup. No, I'm literally not allowed to give blood.
That's crazy.
Anymore.
I'm at least allowed to still give blood. They suggest that I give double platelets because they're just like, you're big enough to handle it. Go get your blood spun. So they take the blood out and then they spin it in a ekphoresis machine or whatever, and then they shoot the plasma back in me, and they do that like 3 or 4 times, and it's real fun to watch. But yeah, they take a fuckload of blood out of me. I'm gonna say like 3 pints of
that's a lot of blood.
Red blood cells. Yeah. So I get a little lightheaded, which is, but you have to be like a stocky gentleman in order to do that. They don't offer that to other people most of the time. But I'm like, I'll give more blood. Fuck it. Although I only have O positive blood, so like I can't give. I wish I had O negative. That would make me
universal
me feel better.
donor.
Yeah,
that's what I am.
I just have O positive.
I haven't given blood in years,
motherfucker.
That's the only reason I've seen Harry Potter movies is from giving blood until they stopped letting me.
You know, that's a positive. That's a positive. I like that.
That's O positive.
I also signed up for the fucking bone marrow registry.
Oh, yeah.
I read this article where they were just like, this child can only receive bone marrow specifically from like half Asians, and I was like, shit. I was like, because like DNA in bone marrow is like that encoded to really like kind of fuck you over if you have leukemia.
Yeah.
So they were like, for the love of God, sign up for the bone marrow registry because there's situations like this. And I was like, fuck it, I'll do it. But you're not supposed to sign up if you have like back problems or any other shit. But I just like,
You don't have serious.
yeah,
back
I'm like, I'm
problems.
not like debilitated. I go to a basically fast food restaurant of chiropractor. So like, you know, like I'm not like, oh, my back. So like, honestly, if it's going to save somebody's life, sure, take some chunks out of my hip bones or whatever and just like take my bone marrow. I'll limp around for a month if it means somebody's not fucking dead. You know? So like, sign up for the bone marrow registry. It's a good thing to do, and most likely they won't call you. And once they call you once, they don't call you anymore because you've done your part.
Have you ever had a chick walk on your back?
Yeah. Most of them aren't heavy enough, though.
They gotta be heavy.
Yeah, so like
You need a nice portly chick to walk
so
on your
I do get massages at the spas sometimes at like Atlantis and Peppermill and stuff.
You need a German Hausfrau with Wurst in one hand, Schnitzel in the other, just walking up and down your back.
Hey,
slapping me with the worsts.
September 20th,
Will that be an option?
Marion World. I will walk on your back. It will be an option. I'm 265
Dig the toes
pounds.
in. I need somebody who's like 180 to 220. Anything above that's too much, and anything below that, I'm like, my bones aren't going to feel it, you know?
Oh, I went to Beck's on a Thursday. I had some time to kill. And there's a massage place in the same strip mall.
Oh, yeah.
So I was just walking around, and I said, hey, I'll let you guys open. And they're like, when can you show up? And I was like, I would get a massage, but, you know, I'm just coming from work, and I'm a little bit, you know, stinky. I would need a shower. She's like, oh, you can shower here.
Yeah, this is a hand job parlor.
Yeah,
Do
it was
whatever
a
you want.
massage parlor.
Yeah,
And you can't see the air quotes, but I'm totally doing air quotes right now.
yeah. $40.
Huh.
$40 for just a massage.
Yeah.
How much for the hand
Plain
job?
massage.
I didn't stick around.
How much for just the tip?
Yeah. They didn't do the little like ball sack graze with the back of the hand, and you didn't give the little like to signify that like this is an okay transaction, and then they just flip you over and go to town. You didn't do that transaction.
Yeah.
I only know this because I've heard it from other podcasts and stuff. I have not gone to a hand job parlor. I can get hand jobs on my own just fine, thanks. Also, they're not my favorite. You're like, come on. You can do more.
Yeah, what's the point?
No, I'm not, dude, I'm not judging. I spent plenty of time around hookers, but I always just did crack with them. Like we never
That's my
got
favorite
to the,
sentence.
We never got to the sexual part. We always
totally
we got
platonic.
stuck on the doing crack.
You had platonic hooker friends.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
That's my favorite. Your life is an amazing adventure every time I hear about it.
Oh, yeah. We'll talk off the air, but
Good.
what you want to do is show up with something. I always show it up with pizza.
Oh, okay.
So
That's
it's
the way
kind of
to do
like
it.
Beck's open mic night.
So we're all hookers to you, is what it is.
No, I learned to show up with something and ingratiate yourself.
I want to see
Okay.
Jim write a book, How to Make Friends and Influence People with Crack and Pizza.
Pizza goes a long way.
Crack, not as long.
No. Pretty short term on that. What do you guys think about bananas?
I think they're bananas.
That shit is bananas. Bananas.
You know what bothers me about Fergalicious is they spell tasty wrong
How do they spell it? Like
with an E in it.
Oh no!
And I know I know we were doing the other song that I also enjoy annoying people with.
what's that?
This shit is bananas.
Yeah.
Bananas.
I heard that you were talking shit and you didn't think that I would be it. You know Gwen Stefani?
I've heard of her.
Yeah. And then also Fergalicious is annoying. Made me think of them spelling tasty. Anyway, guys, that was the end of the weight loss update. Chicken update! Still only 2 of them are laying eggs. I did put their eggs into the roost, and they started laying inside the roost now. So, that's my chicken tips for you.
I come to this podcast mostly as a fan,
Good.
and so mostly I hear about your mental health
Yeah.
lately.
It's going.
Seems like you're doing okay.
I mean, like, I'm working on it. I think I have to cancel my therapist so that I can see and afford my psychiatrist. Because when I went to the doctor the other day, I was like, I'm ADD as shit. For the love of God, do something. And they were like, okay. And then, like, I know this is like a cliche meme online now, but they're like, oh, we have to legally ask all these mental health things. And they got to the, like, how often do you think about suicide in like a 2-week period? I'm like, the normal amount, like.
Okay, you know how when people are learning how to cut hair, they'll do it for free?
Yeah.
There's a version of that for mental health.
Oh, I will not go to
No, wait. Hear me out. Happens on weekends. Zephyr Mental Health on in Midtown. On the weekends, they have their students at UNR. They will. Did you? God damn it!
That just happened. I'm sorry.
You just leaned over and farted right in the middle.
I thought it was going to be silent.
It was not silent.
No, I apologize for that. That just happened. That.
So anyway, what are your mental health tips, Jim?
If anybody wants. I'm not gonna.
So they get the students in on the free stuff. I don't want to fuck up.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to fart all over your mental health tips. You're out there trying to give people free advice on how they can get free mental health, and I farted all over it. And I apologize. Continue. Zephyr Medical or
Weekends free.
See, but that's the
Saturday,
thing.
Sunday.
I don't think I could trust that. I even just had a young therapist, and I was paying and shit. She was hired and working for. I know, but like I go in there, with the wisdom of the ancients, and they're all taught, like religion and spirituality hand in hand, blah blah blah, all that cool stuff that I've been kind of getting into myself. But I go in there from the angle of like cheerful nihilism, where everything I'm like, yeah, nothing matters, so we have to make it matter. Energy exists in the world, positivity exists, but negativity still exists inside me. I need the coping mechanisms, so you help me with the tools that I don't know how to use. And they're like, let's talk about your family. I'm like, okay, fuck off. I already gave you the whole history for the first 3 sessions. I know it takes that long because we only have an hour and there's a lot to go through, but I give them, I go in there, I'm like, here's how the family and everything is going. Here's all the steps that I've taken to fix all the problems that I know I've had up until that point. Here's the things I worked with through my last therapists that then tragically died, so I had to work through that. And then also I ended up in this rut, and this is how I fixed my way through it. Anyway, here's where I am now. Let's talk. And they're like, all right, well, have you tried kinesiology? I'm like, all right.
Of course they're going to back up.
Yeah.
My therapist has been practicing longer than I've been alive. She's a dope-ass grandma.
Yeah, that's why, like, the therapist that I have now, again, like, I think she's a little more on my level, I guess, spiritually, in whatever capacity that means. But she's also trying to rein me in too much. And I'm like, I get it. Like, I get that I'm everywhere all the time and I need some sort of centering influence, which is why I'm doing the meditation and taking the suggestions and doing the journaling and other things that she sends me. But also at the same time, I need to be able to make the lap a little bit, like, because my brain is always fucking going. Yes, I have thoughts of suicide sometimes, but as the fleeting moment of like, yeah, if I turn the wheel ever so slightly into oncoming traffic, I don't have to worry about all the shit that I'm going to be worrying about in about 20 minutes ever again. Wouldn't that be nice? Anyway, what's for dinner? Like, it's fucking like it just comes around, and I know that that's like a generational thing mixed with the culture of the world, and sure, maybe a little bit of depression or whatever. But yeah, so like they're sending me to a psychiatrist, part for ADD, and also because they're like, looks like you have some depression. I'm like, I don't think I do, but I'll respect your professional opinion for now because you haven't charged me for it yet. That's why I don't trust doctors. I'm like, just pay attention. Like, I'm going to have bad times, yes. I've worked my way through them already. I've made it this far. Fucking just let me be on that end, I don't know what to tell them to convince them, like, not to try to put me on fucking SSRIs or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, don't.
Exactly. Like, I don't like.
And
I don't
also,
like those.
I'll cover the microphone. You won't be able to jizz.
Oh, well, that's only for certain drugs and some people. I've been on SSRIs before, and I could jizz just fine. That's a thing where I think, like...
Oh, you could hear me when I said that?
Definitely.
I covered the
Oh, they're very sensitive microphones.
Okay.
But
Much like his cock on
God,
SSRIs.
I dated a med student on Effexor, and I had to lick her down for an extraordinary amount of time for anything to happen. Can we edit that out?
No, we can't. But also, like...
It's a side effect.
Yeah, and that's what I want to know about. Like, it's not that it can't happen. It's just that the serotonin in their brain is so limited that it really takes time to build to that point because there is chemicals in their brain saying, like, don't. You're supposed to be only having this certain amount. And it's like, well, no. Every once in a while, I should be able to have my buffet of emotions. And the brain doesn't want to let them, which is good for people that experience, wide swaths of ups and downs. But if I have gone through enough therapy to curb the downs, I still want to be able to experience my highs when I can without slipping into mania, I guess. And so, like, I don't... I mean, SSRIs are probably great for a lot of people, and I won't discount them because they do a lot of great things. They did not work for me, or maybe just the kind that they put me on, not fucking for me. I think
don't go on benzos too.
Oh yeah, no, I can't do I can't do downers. Downers are going to fuck me up because I do get periods of despondency and stuff, and I don't want to. Don't fucking say it, Nick. Don't you fucking say it.
You get periods.
Anyway, so I don't want something that's going to even further that valley going down. I know that I can get ramped up. And I can, talk too fast, and my brain can move so far that I end up in that manic state. But I don't slip into paranoia. I do sometimes slip into delusions of grandeur, but in like a fun sense, So which is why last week's podcast was a little
up your own ass.
Yeah, all the way up my own ass. I was talking about like, oh, I don't judge people.
I said, I'm a fan.
Yeah, and so like I have to listen back to myself, which is what I do. Like this podcast, I know I process things verbally, and so I don't really know that I think something fully until I say it out loud, and then I realize I have to fix that about myself because that guy sounds like a fucking douchebag. So like, I know that I am a fratty douchebag like half the time. It's just how I exist as a person, so I have to curb that side of me whenever I see that part get let out. I'm like, okay, yes, the narcissism is there. The self-hatred also there. Let's take both, mush them together into neutrality.
It's weird that you have both.
Yeah, and so again,
it's a crazy combination.
And again, like that's what my brain is constantly in this circle, and so people just have to let me circle the track. They can't stop me at any one side and say, "Oh, what about this part?" I'm like, "Yes, I'll get to the other side though if you just let me." And that's where I just need I guess I do need drugs somehow, and I don't know which ones help with that. I don't know, man. I don't know if I should just send my psychiatrist the last 3 months of podcasts and just be like, here you go, do your studying. It's going to take about 12 hours, but it'll be so worth it because you'll have so much fun listening to me prattle on about how important I am to me.
I really want you to get on mushrooms and then just take a day off because you're coming down. I need that to happen for you.
But how much mushrooms? Because
not that much. It wouldn't take that much.
It takes a good amount for me to... really, I just get happier.
Every time you've done mushrooms, haven't you had to go do something the next day? You really haven't been able to just kind of unwind.
Process? Yeah, or I just do it again.
Yeah.
And end up in a weird situation.
3 days straight.
Yeah. Or I do them and then have very deep talks with people afterwards about... life and past and coping and other processes where I'm trying to remove the self from it and just be there for other people, and then I'm like, because again, I feel like if anything, I'm good at empathy, you know. But also with the amount of like fucking self-importance and arrogance and kind of smarminess that I can get, I know sometimes I can't be there for people even when I should be, and it's shitty because I want to be. I know in my heart of hearts that I want to be there for other people because I enjoy supporting others, especially when they include themselves in my life, and I want to care about them, you know? But at the same time, I need to take a step back every once in a while and be like, all right, I'm becoming a shitbag again. How do I fix this? And then I got to go through the steps of like, what did I do here? Bad, wrong, fix, onward. Which is why, you know, I'm trying to like... I think I made a tweet about this earlier. It's like loading from a previous save where I go, okay, when was the last time I wasn't a fucking dick? Let's go back to that point and try to work from there and rebuild, you know? And sometimes I'd go back so far, I'm like, all right, 2014, really? That's how far back you're going to go to be like, okay, maybe I wasn't a dick 5 years ago. And it's maddening. It's maddening a lot. I've had so much coffee today. I drank an entire pot of coffee myself. I haven't had dinner either. Fuck.
Damn.
I don't think I'm going to have time for it either. Looks like I'm not eating today. Pew, pew. Oh. Yeah.
You want some cotton candy grapes for the road?
No. I probably should just cook something before I go to the other fucking show.
What time do you have to be there?
I mean, the show starts at 8. Probably 8:30.
Yeah, those shows tend to start a little late.
So I'll just, you know, get done here, eat a raw-ass pork chop, and just say, fuck it! But yeah, as far as the mental health goes, I don't know. I'm figuring myself out very quickly and slowly at the same time. You know, like, it's like when you're downloading something on a shitty connection, and you see the one bar that's like, 100%, 100%, and then the bar at the bottom is like, okay, you've done 1%. So, like, I'm sitting there unpacking everything and sifting through it, and I'm like, all right, cool, I've made 3% progress on all of this, except I'm zipping along so far to just literally look at every box step by step, and I'm not slowing down, which is what I need to do sometimes. And that's the meditation and the self-centering and the grounding techniques. Boy, do they help. Ugh. I claimed that I had superpowers last podcast.
Yeah,
I'm such a fucking dick. God damn it. Like, every time I listen to myself, I go, why? Why are you putting this out into the world knowing that other people can listen and be like, oh, this guy's on one? You know, like, I subject myself to it only because I know I need to hear it so that I can then not ever say that shit again. And I know I'm going to listen. I'm going to listen to the last 20 minutes whenever I put this out next week and go like, "Oh god damn it. Again with all this shit?"
That's kind of how you deal with things and process things though. And kind of like you need to just kind of say them out and talk them to other people.
Yeah. I just wish I didn't. I wish I didn't say them publicly and then put it out to the world a bunch.
Yeah, put it on the internet.
At the same time, that is again how I process. That's when I first started doing that. It was basically my therapy every week. Was recording a song every week, putting it out, writing a blog post about it, and then just letting people consume it. And really, the only people consuming it were like 5 or 6 people in South Dakota
and
back in the day. And Jim. Well, Jim absorbs the podcast now. He gets in there. You know, Brian gets in there. Hey, Brian, what's up?
Hi, Brian.
Reed probably is getting all up in there.
Hey, Brian Hoffman, your painting that you did for me is in the background of the Dick Aiken video I just made.
Oh, hell yeah. Check out Odd Luck Artwork, everybody.
Yeah, he's odd. You can commission him to do things.
Commission him to do stuff. I have two paintings in my living room. What were we going to paint underneath a portrait of you, Nick? I already forgot.
Oh, fuck. I don't know.
It was because... something wait, I can think about this. Grundle Grotto.
Yeah,
that's what it was.
Grundle Grotto.
The Grundle Grotto. Yeah, because we were coming up with different swampy, taint-sounding, alliterative names, and so Grundle Grotto.
I was thinking Gooch Gulch, but I like Grundle Grotto.
Grundle Grotto really is where it should be, I think. Grundle Grotto. I can't think of anything else. And then, of course, there is the classic Taint City, which is actually a place... up in South Dakota that I forgot the real name of, but me and my buddy Chris always just called it Taint City for some reason. Had nothing to do with taints. It was just like a farming area with a bunch of tanks in it. We just called it Taint City. I don't remember why. I don't remember why at all.
Maybe was it Rapid City?
No.
It's pretty taint-esque.
That was 8 hours away from where I was. Fuck me. All right. Yeah, Taint City. That's the end of the chicken update. I guess that would be the mental health update, if anything. So, yeah, guys, I'm in a process.
I get to see my therapist again next Wednesday after coming back from San Francisco. What?
So you're going to see your therapist tomorrow.
Yeah.
Speak into the microphone, Jim.
Yeah, like I've been seeing one for a few months, but like I guess I'm not that serious of a case, so it's like once a month you come and she like every session she's like, you seem like in a good place. Do you?
I wasn't gonna say anything, but your Facebook posts have been a cry for help for the last month.
Have they?
They really have been a cry for help.
What have I been posting?
Your wet fart. Broccoli farts.
Yeah, there's been a lot of that.
My broccoli, the day it felt like a wet broccoli fart.
You and your broccoli fart days.
You want people to respond to you.
I was just having a weird day.
No,
like a wet broccoli fart. The next day,
you
was
need
great.
people to respond to your farts.
Yeah, well, yeah. I farted here, and you guys responded to it.
True, and that's the healthy process of personal validation that we all seek. I know I need it, which is why I'm constantly on the internet instead of being not on the internet at work, which I really have to work on before I get fucking fired. It didn't help that I made a new Facebook and Instagram that I can now double look at everything, and then feel extra self-important about all my bullshit. But it's working. It's nice. It's good. I get to see my therapist next week, too. I guess I get to see my therapist today as the podcast drops. I don't know if I'm going to like what she's going to say. I really got to drop her, though, so I can afford the psychiatry. But I want to be like, you were there for me in very dire times that I very much needed to talk to you. Now you have given me the tools through meditation and other techniques, and now I can tell you're really hung up on this whole stop talking to your ex thing. And I'm like, I get where you're coming from, but also, no.
Oh, do you have like an ex thing?
I'm not going to get into it.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind.
So you think I've been having a cry for help on Facebook the past month?
Yes, very much so. God.
It hasn't felt that way to me.
Oh, do you not? You don't think so?
No, just if I'm having a shitty time, I post, I'm like, I'm having a shitty time right now.
It's been kind of obvious. And no, dude, I love you, but it's really obvious.
Bring this to your therapist.
I'm gonna have to go back and look at my Facebook post because it hasn't felt like that to me at all. I've been feeling pretty good this month.
You got to read them not in your own voice, and instead read them in Gary Jules covering Mad World. Got to read them in that
all
voice.
around me.
Today was a wet broccoli fart of a day.
All right. I guess I'll take that into account.
Yep. Put on some Death Cab for Cutie and just read your own Facebook posts.
Shit, that's weird. Yeah, I've been feeling pretty good.
Exactly, because you've been putting all this negativity out into the world, and it's affecting us a lot, Nick.
Yeah, I'm passing it on to you.
You, the customer. You get the savings. The savings of depression, I don't know. Either way, everything's great here in the Petri dish household, except for all of it. I cleaned behind the stove the other day.
Shit.
Wow, good job by you.
Pulled out the whole thing, and honestly, I think that's a great metaphor for mental health in general. You can maintain everything around it all you want, but unless you really pull out the stove and clean everything out, you'll realize that the little maintenance you're doing, unless you're really trying to get deep down in there, it's not going to do anything in the long term. So you got to really dig deep and cry yourself to sleep sometimes. I haven't ever done that. I can't cry myself to sleep. One, because I'm really good at sleeping. Two, I'm a very active crier. If there's one thing that everyone knows now, it's that my crying, much like my laughter, is loud and raucous and cannot be slept into at all. Yeah. It is. It's a Viking scream. Honestly, like it's a Paul Bunyan chopping down a tree. Jim is now fully cuddling the dog. She's just so sweet. Nikki.
Nikki loves everybody.
Yeah, she does. Crusty old dog. Dog update. Her nose crust is gone.
Yeah, Nikki.
Yeah, her appetite is back. I think getting her own air conditioner was really the way to go.
helped.
Yeah, she you
A
know,
lot more comfortable.
yeah, she's going to live at least one more year. If I have anything to say about it, unless she doesn't, then I'm going to I feel like I have to start researching it now.
would.
Like, where do you dispose of a dog? Because I'm not going to want to do that research when it fucking comes down to it. You know.
You just want to like float her down the river. She's like a Viking burial.
I guess there's nothing tying her back to me at all. Like I haven't taken her to a vet. She's not chipped to me.
Yeah.
I have no tags on her. Could just be like, out in the woods you go.
Yeah, like the end of Grapes of Wrath. You know, when the miscarried baby, just send it down the river.
I've never absorbed the story of Grapes of Wrath.
It's a sad one.
Oh well,
It's a sad one.
there's a baby they float down the river.
Yeah. One of the main characters has a miscarriage, and there's a flood that's going on. So the dad just kind of carries it down to the river that's flooding and puts it onto the river so it can float into town as kind of like a fuck you to all the people that wouldn't help him.
And that's how Moses came about, right?
Yeah, except he was in a miscarriage.
That we know of.
No, yeah. God brought him back to life.
Sweet. I like that story way better than the ending of the one you were going to tell us. Just,
yeah.
here's this dead baby town that wouldn't help us. The end.
And also because she was lactating, they discovered an old man who was dying because he was malnourished, and she breastfeeds him back to life.
Yeah.
So, the circle of life.
Yeah, this is why I don't read books, guys. You know, you get into Grapes of Wrath, and there's just like kids feeding old men after their miscarriage. What?
For whom the bell tolls.
I can't hear anything you're saying. You got to speak into the microphone. We all have headphones on.
For whom the bell tolls.
What's that one?
It's by Metallica.
No, Hemingway.
Hemingway made Metallica?
Yeah.
No,
He was the
like
original
best
bass
book
player.
ever.
Ah, yes.
Before he shot
It's
himself.
Spanish
Civil War.
Revolution. Hemingway.
I've literally never read books in my entire life.
What? God damn it. Have you not read For Whom the Bell Tolls?
Nope.
Jesus Christ. Wait, you have a college degree, right?
In English.
Okay, can you do me a huge favor?
I don't know. What's that favor? Is it going to be read a book?
No, do you a huge favor. Read For Whom the Bell Tolls by Ernest Hemingway.
For whom the bell tolls.
What are the main themes it will impart onto me?
The main themes are doing for your fellow humans.
Oh, I already-
Self-sacrifice.
Yeah, become an ambulance driver in a foreign civil war.
People already say that I do that too much. I don't think I need to relearn that. They tell me I need to learn to take more time for myself, which I feel like I already do too much, but
I just learned something about you.
yeah, I really got to turn in that fingerprinting for Big Brothers Big Sisters. I've been real lazy on that shit. I read Fahrenheit 451.
That was a good
That
one.
was decent.
Yeah.
Ray Bradbury is pretty dope.
I heard they were coming out with a mini-series or something like that.
Why? I guess the characters are kind of cool, and that whole like underground spread the stories kind of thing is kind of like a fun.
How about Lolita by Nabokov?
Nah,
Yeah.
like someone had a copy of it when I was in the frat house, and I was like, a house full of frat bros.
You haven't read
shouldn't
that
have,
either?
I was like, a house full of frat bros shouldn't have the quintessential
Lolita.
pedophile book. Like it's
That's what you think that book is?
yes.
That book is a love letter to the English language.
I had a copy of that when
Yeah.
I was going around town as obese Billy Mays. It was Lolita now with OxyClean.
Jesus Christ. Who was
Is
who was
that what you think Lolita is? Is that
Yeah.
how you would describe that?
Yeah. Is that not what it is?
No, it's
Man.
not what it is at all.
Seems like it would be.
It is beautifully written, but yeah,
It's amazingly written. It's
Who was that director that butt fucked that 14-year-old?
Roman Polanski.
Yeah,
Jesus
don't
Christ.
people say like he's like innovative and amazing, and it's like yeah, but also it's fucking huge pedophile. So
Yeah.
like
It can be more than one thing.
okay. So Lolita and For Whom the Bell Tolls just a 0 in your book.
yeah, I got nothing.
Jesus Christ, man!
I got nothing.
Wow,
Zero
dude.
things.
expand.
Like, what's it like? I mean, I get that it's gonna like
Just take a look.
It's gonna give me a solid base and well round me and all these things, but it's like, how much more rounding? How much more rounding do I need to do?
You need a lot more.
Literature?
You need a lot more. Obviously, you need a bunch more.
It's just like, why do I gotta like even Stephen King books? I'm like, again, just coked out of his mind, writing kids fucking each other.
Like he doesn't even remember writing Cujo.
That's how you describe literature?
Yeah.
Damn it,
That's
dude.
how I describe classical music, too. It's just a bunch of old, dead white dudes
how did you get through
jerking
college?
off on themselves.
Oh, my God. I'm so sad for your...
It's real easy to get through college.
Yeah.
It is.
Oh, I'm sure.
Surprisingly simple.
Maybe at SDSU.
Yeah. Yeah, if there's one thing I can say, they don't give a fuck.
Fucking jackrabbits.
Oh, boy. What is Augustana's mascot?
We have two. Right, we're the Vikings, and also way back when, for some reason, we're also the Augie Doggies. So we have a Viking mascot.
Just because it rhymes?
Yeah, just because it rhymes. That's it. So yeah, like football games and all that shit, we'd have two mascots.
Yeah.
It's that's just what Lutherans are like.
Sweet. Fucking Lutherans.
Yeah.
I've also never seen any of the Godfather movies.
I haven't seen the third one. I've seen like bits and pieces of the second. I have seen the first one. I hear you're not supposed to watch the third one because it's just terrible. The second one's supposed to be the best.
I thought the second one was terrible and 1 and 3 were the best.
No, 3 is a piece of shit.
3 is a piece of shit.
Yeah, but the first and second one are great. There's competing opinions on which one is better. I hear the second one's better, but I don't know.
Second one as Robert De Niro.
As Marlon Brando.
Yeah. Robert De Niro and Marlon Brando both won Oscars playing the same person.
Yeah.
Dank.
Yeah.
I just like that Marlon Brando stuffed his cheeks full of paper towels so that he could look jowly enough. Yeah.
That's fucking crazy. Yeah, I don't know. The classics just don't interest me.
Yeah, sometimes they don't age well all the time. It's like by the time or people hype them up so much that by the time you see them, like, yeah, it's all right, but I don't know if it's that fucking amazing.
Yeah, that's what I thought about Fahrenheit 451. I was like, Neil Gaiman's short story about forgetting Ray Bradbury's name already had all the same themes and was way better written to me, and it only took 5 minutes to hear him read out loud. You can listen to it on Spotify right now. Neil Gaiman and Amanda Palmer put out a live album together where he read short stories, she did music, they do some songs together. It's wonderful, and he reads The Man Who Forgot Ray Bradbury's Name, and it's the exact story of Fahrenheit 451 without all the weird robot dogs and other bullshit. It's literally just the theme and concept that you need to worry about.
An international treasure. He's just a delight no matter what he does.
That's what I'm saying. You know, like,
you think people in like 80 years are going to say the same shit about Neil Gaiman? He's like, he's old and stuffy. I can't stand him.
Yeah, but like, that's how creation should work. Is just like, that's why, again, like, I don't give a shit
creation
about, you know, like
creation.
Fucking what's all their fucking names? Bill Hicks and shit. Like in comedy, like I just don't give a fuck because like they've already had their influenced others, those people influenced others, and now that third removed generation can influence me.
Yeah, you can kind of appreciate it in an academic sense, but it's not necessarily entertaining anymore.
It's like the same dickbags that tell me I have to listen to music only from the 70s so I can play at a fucking open mic way better. It's like, no, I don't give a shit about fucking, I don't know,
things
the Eagles or whatever.
Man.
It's just like, yeah, I get jam bands are fucking cool, and you just want to, like, have me learn all this music theory so I can jam out with you. But also, I don't want to jam out. I want to play, like, a well-written song and then be done with it because I wanted to feel the emotions. I care about the emotions and the intention. I don't care about, I don't know, the craft of it. I mean, craft, sure. It's nice to have things neatly packaged. But also, there are plenty of non-neatly packaged things that will very much be better than a lot of other things. I don't know. And I'm not saying you have to go lo-fi and listen to fucking Nick Drake tapes. But also, sometimes the old Mountain Goats shit will get you there more than anything else.
Fucking
you know,
like, Nick Drake.
Yeah,
that's why I wanted to learn how to play the guitar, because I wanted to play Nick Drake songs. And then I just never did.
This motherfucker.
I'll do that someday.
Good.
Instead of when I was trying to learn guitar, I just jumped in like, I'm going to learn how to play flamenco instead of just like learning how to play basic fucking guitar first.
Hell yeah.
Maybe I'll do that someday. Maybe 2020.
Guess I just got to listen to a bunch of fucking old books now from the library. I just got to fucking.
I got a stack of old books in my room.
I can't fucking sit down and read a book.
Yeah.
I just fucking
more
can't.
of an audiobook guy.
Yeah, I have to do audiobooks because like I'm always doing other shit.
Like I can't do audiobooks because if it's on, then I'll just start doing other shit. Like I need to like sit there and actually read it and hold it in my hands. Otherwise, I'll just get distracted and I'll stop paying attention.
I get that. I don't know. I kind of like it because like I can put on an audiobook and then I can clean the fucking kitchen. You know,
Yeah.
I just blast it out of the Bluetooth speaker or whatever. I can't be reading a book and also cooking without burning shit.
Yeah.
So like. I don't know.
And that's also why I like reading, because it forces me to stop whatever
Focus.
else I'm doing and focus and just kind of relax and just do that one thing rather than trying to multitask throughout the day and just do a bunch of other shit.
I'm trying to remember the last like physical book I sat down and read, and I think it was John Darnielle's book, like Wolf in White Van or whatever, and I read it on like Kindle or something. But yeah, like that was the last book. That was 2015 or something.
I went to Sundance again today to use a coupon and earned another fucking coupon. It happens every single fucking time.
Good job.
Like, I'm just going in there like, I'm going to buy one book today, just one book. And then I wound up finding two books that was on my book list. And then there was also, I needed to get a new notebook because I'm almost running out of space in my notebook I started earlier this month. It was just a little thin one. And I found a really nice one that I really liked and looked cool. And I wanted to try a new style of notebook. And so I wound up just using a $10 coupon and earning another one.
Hell yeah.
Like an asshole.
I don't know.
should just go to the library.
I don't know why I'm so against, learning the basics of things. I think that was part of my whole, like, I didn't come into anything from the beginning or like have a solid base in anything.
Yeah.
Everything I've done, even making friends and living life, you just come in.
And jump into it midway.
Yeah, and so it's just like I'm always on chapter 5 of somebody else's story whenever I'm jumping into things, so it's weird. And that's why I feel like personal connection with other people is more important, which is why, like, when I meet people that I like, I want to know what music they're listening to, what things influence them, what inspires them, because I care about their experience rather than the experience of somebody else. And so, like, to just sit down and absorb a book, like, I get other people will be able to relate now to me because that book has influenced them in some way, and now I can understand them from knowing that piece of information, but I'd rather know, like, where somebody is in the moment, I guess, with, like, shorter-term things like music or whatever they're currently at. It's a weird...
Yeah, it's a good way to
thing.
insight into someone's personality and what they're all about.
Yeah.
Just like Saul Trujillo, when he first meets someone, he asks him, like,
What's your
deal? And I didn't know how to answer. Like, I'm just kind of me, man. Like, yeah, that's a good answer.
Sweet.
Yeah. That's a good way to figure out who somebody is and just like, their taste, what they like. That's like what you talk about on the first, what the fuck, man? Do you want some food?
Yeah.
Do you want some more cotton candy grapes?
Yeah.
Do you want me to make you something? Don't just reach off my plate, man, like a fucking animal.
Get it.
This is my fucking cucumber, mushroom, scallions, and black bean salad.
Yeah, that sounds good.
My black beans are a little overcooked.
Well, that's the end of the podcast. Do you guys have any media you're into?
I just bought 2 books. I can only The Nickel Boys. I haven't started reading it yet, but it's pretty amazing. I kind of even forgot what it's about. It was just on my book list, and I found it. And then one other book. Then for music, usual French shit that I'm listening to.
That French playlist of shit.
Yeah.
Jim, what are you into? Or should I just read those 2 books you mentioned?
We just learned that you had a horrible, horrible undergraduate and
basically all my schooling was
education.
terrible. That's just American schooling, though.
Yeah,
You can get by pretty much by personality, doing anything.
that's all I've got.
All right. I am into... Oh, fuck. There was a band that I found. They came out of fucking nowhere, and they exist on fucking... Epitaph Records, and they just got signed. And their name is... Oh, that's the wrong playlist. Wait, I am stalling.
Oh,
until...
look up on YouTube, Dick Aiken Fanny Pack Enthusiast.
Dick Aiken Fanny Pack Enthusiast. Oh, Austin would definitely suggest Orville Peck.
Yeah,
and
he's fun.
That shit's solid. I really enjoyed that shit. Aerial View, but it's spelled like the name Ariel. A-R-I-E-L. Aerial View. They have a song out right now called Friday Nights. Super fucking dope. And that's it. Orville Peck and Aerial View. Check those motherfuckers out. Other than that, I have to fucking do a show and get prepped for that.
Yeah.
And maybe drink some fucking water because my mouth is dry from talking too much.
Thanks, Bobby.
Yeah, that's been the podcast. That's fucking... Bye.